Hi guys, welcome back to another video, where today we're checking out these four Inno64 models. So let's jump straight in. Starting with this Nissan Silvia S13 with the Rocket Bunny Pandem V2 kit. As you can see, it comes in this really nice metallic red finish with the gold decals. But you can see it just comes in the standard Rocket Bunny style packaging that they use for 99% of their Rocket Bunny models, as it's just got the grey finish and the sort of underground car park look on the back of the box. But as you can see, this model does come on more of a defined base, with it having that metallic or metal-like finish, which does just add a little bit more detail and makes the model seem a little bit more premium, although it is still the standard price of around £20 to £25. So still, I think, very good price for the model you are getting. For example, this model does have a fairly detailed interior, which we will see a bit further into the unboxing. But you can also see, just proportionally, it does just look really well done. And just the stance of it, even sat on the base, looked very good. But obviously, we always fully unbox them and look at them a bit closer up, which you can see. My favourite part of this model is the rear of the model. You can see the titanium exhaust really complements the colour of the actual model itself really well. See, obviously the Pandem Rocket Bunny kit does remove the rear bumper, which does cause a little bit more detail to be added on the rear, like the X's actually in the chassis of the model. But moving on to the wheels, you can see they are fixed in place, and they have got really detailed actual rims themselves with the red little spoke and the lettering on them. You can also see the tyres have the tyre lettering, which is very clear and very visible, easy to read and not smudged in any way. You can just see as well, proportionally on the front of the model, the grille is very well done, and the headlights are also super realistic. But personally, my favourite thing is how detailed the interior is. They have got it fairly stripped on the rear, with you being able to see the bare metal of the rear of the car, the bright yellow roll cage, and also the dials and dash. And also there's a little decal on the glove box compartment. So again, very nice attention to detail. But that model was fairly new, only coming out this year. But this model came out in 2021, so let's see how they have improved, or if they are still the same. Straight off the get-go, you can see obviously this has got the Advan packaging, and obviously the Silvia has just the standard grey Rocket Bunny packaging. Let me know in the comments, which do you prefer? Do you prefer the standard style, or do you prefer them to match the actual car themselves? Now, we have already unboxed an Evo 9 Wagon on the channel before, which was the onless livery. Now, obviously that one didn't have the roof rack, but the roof rack is fixed. You can't actually take it off, which I don't know if I'm a huge fan of, but if you do want the matching with the Falken, the Advan and the onless, and obviously there is a few others, but if you do want them all matching, this one does come a slightly bit different with the roof rack attached. But now, with the model in hand, you can just see how good the detail is. Obviously, in my previous Tarmac Works unboxing, I did say that Tarmac are the company that do focus on their interiors a lot more than the likes of Inno64 and Mini GT. But this is a prime example of sometimes Inno64s will surprise you. For example, this also has the really detailed tyre writing, the Yokozuna, which is super visible, super clear to read, but just like the Silvia, it does also have the detailed interior as well. It's got racing harnesses which are super detailed. They've even got the buckles on the seats, they've got the dials on the dashboard, and just overall the actual attention to the rear of the model and the actual front of the interior is very good. You can just see in general it does look, again, proportionally very good. You can see the badges are very prominent, and also you saw in the clip the wheels spin perfectly. But again, the roof rack is fixed in place, so let me know what you think of that. Do you prefer it fixed, or would you like it to take it off? But as you can see, this model is very detailed. If you do like Evos and Advan, I'd definitely recommend this one. But that brings us onto our second model, which is this NA NSX with the Rocket Bunny V2 Aero kit. Obviously it comes in the same packaging as the Silvia, with the Rocket Bunny on the back and just a standard grey packaging, but again keeping it nice and clean and matching the Rocket Bunny theme. As you can see, also like the Silvia, it comes on a bit of a different base. Now My guess for this is it's meant to be some sort of showroom-esque floor or design to give off that more presentable model instead of just in the case. Obviously Rocket Bunny, they go to a lot of shows and present their models, so that's what it seems like to me. But if you do know, again, let me know in the comments. But you can see this model comes in this really nice green, or this really nice deep green with these really nice gold accents. Now, I will admit, when I first saw the gold, I did think it looked a little bit cheap, but with the model in hand, you can see it actually really accents the model super well. It contrasts the sap green or the dark green really well, and again, it doesn't look too cheap. It's very well applied, and the detail is phenomenal. You can also see on the rear of the model, obviously it looks super aggressive with the huge diffuser and huge wing, but you can see the poke of the tyres, and something as small as the detailed tyre tread is even really noticeable without the rear bumper. But you can see the classic NSX rear light, which obviously is so iconic, and again is very well done. You can also see again on the interior, it's got the racing harnesses, or the harnesses on the seats, which super well detailed, and you can see them really well. But you can just see how good this car does look in the diorama. It's proportioned so well and just gives off that really evil, realistic look of a proper Rocket Bunny car, as it's so low to the ground, it's so wide and so stanced, it just looks very good. But that brings us onto the final model, which is this Super Taikyoku N1 1991 Falken Nissan GTR R32. Obviously, as you can see, it comes in the matching Falken box to the car itself and the base to match, which I think just ties everything all together. Looks very good. But obviously you can see it's got the name and everything standard on the case and, well, on the base, but you can just see the R32 looks very good even from this angle. The blue might be a little bit too light on the front, but that's something we will get into, as a lot of the Falken cars tend to be different shades of blue and they never really get it identical. Now that might be because it's between, either in model form anyway, between different brands and different companies, but I've also seemed to find it in real life. So again, I'm not going to focus too much on that. But off the get-go, you can just see the wheels super realistic. They don't really spin too well, and I don't really like that. I would either prefer them to be completely stiff and static, or just roll freely like the Advan. But you can see, again, like I say, they look super realistic, and it's also got the heated rear window. But again, just like the previous models, you can see the interior is a key factor. Completely gutted interior with only the one seat. It's got the fire extinguisher, you can clearly see the shifter, and it's all been painted white to match obviously the wheels and all the accents. But you can just see proportionally how well this model is actually done. From the bumpers to the way the model actually sits. It might not be as low to the ground as the NSX or as stance as the Silvia, but you can just see it most definitely resembles an R32, and it just sits exactly like one. It's so evil and just looks so good. The detail keeps getting better the more you look at it. Obviously it's got the proper R32 wing mirrors. It's also got little bonnet vents or bonnet catches on the bonnet. Now they are actually decals, but again, they are there nonetheless. But with that being said, let me know in the comments which one of these 4 cars in today's video are your favourite and why, as I'm super interested to hear. But if you do have any more suggestions on cars you would like to see, please do also let me know. Also, while you're there, make sure to like, subscribe, and also share the video around, as it really does help out. But thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, like I say, smash the like button, and I'll see you all next time.